Doctor, I can't see you. If you are online,
Oh, sorry,
your
I think
video.
let me start my video again, sorry.
Yeah, thank you. There we go. Excellent. Got you now. Thank you very much. Thank you for your opening statement, Doctor. I'll take you first to the bill and its definition of functional capacity. Now, within this piece of legislation, the definition of functional capacity that has been written by the government doesn't allow for consideration of a person's circumstances, including linguistic and cultural circumstances. What are your concerns with the application of this definition to culturally and linguistically diverse communities?
Yep. But as already mentioned, disability affects equally in the CALD backgrounds as it does for the general Australian population. However, the people under NDIS from a CALD background is only 8.8%. So it's already a disparity in that regards. And I think by changing the rules, the bill, and making things even more tighter, it's going to make it difficult for these individuals to seek help and even end up in a more solitude future for them as well.
Okay. Can I ask as well, the government has said that people who lose supports or access to the NDIS will be transitioned onto so-called foundational supports delivered via the states and territories. What are your concerns about the cultural safety and accessibility of foundational supports under the government's plan?
I think more concerning is the transitional period within that time as well. So it's important this information is communicated in the appropriate manner to the CALD backgrounds or communities, be it the language or in way in which we communicate them is also important. I'll also get Rebecca to add to it if she's available as well to this question.
Thank you, Dr. Rebecca speaking here. Especially with these foundational supports, there's already a lot of misinformation within the communities about what they will have access to, how they will access it, and how they will actually find these new supports once they are removed from what they currently have. So it's not just a case of those foundational supports being culturally safe once they are built. It's this whole process leading up to it is already not culturally safe for a lot of these communities, and that's what we're already hearing. So,
thank you. We've heard also concerns about the computer automated decision-making processes that will be introduced and expanded under the legislation. To automate a computer decision-making process, you fundamentally at the kind of basic level need to have kind of solid data to input into that process. What is your view as an organisation of the quality of the data that the agency currently gathers and retains about NDIS participants who might be from culturally and linguistically diverse backgrounds?
Thank you, Rebecca. I'm Rebecca. I will respond to that one. We have been working both with the ABS and other government organisations in order to improve the data set for culturally, linguistically diverse people with disability. Unfortunately, the data is still very patchy, and we don't feel that it fully reflects what we hear is happening within our communities. So, as you said, to effectively automate a process or include our cohorts within that, there needs to be appropriate data which is missing, which does indicate to us that our cohorts will be left behind or missed purely because they are not seen in that data.
Thank you. In terms of the assessment processes that will be introduced or expanded under this legislation from functional capacity through to other processes, are you concerned that they may not be culturally safe for diverse communities, or otherwise fail to capture the expressed needs or views of diverse communities because they may have been developed without the appropriate representation of those kind of folks within the initial design process?
Absolutely. That is always a concern, and it is always something that we work towards improving in our space. One thing that we have noted is that the current assessment processes do not adequately capture those needs and unique idiosyncrasies and cultural nuances that follow many of our communities. And so we welcome the opportunity for these to be reviewed and potentially improved. One key issue that comes up from many communities time and time again is due to various reasons, stigma, shame, not wanting to be seen to complain, but the propensity to underplay the true functional impact of their disability. So I'm sure you can understand that if somebody, when they're asked, how does this impact you on a day-to-day basis, and they say, oh, it's not too bad, can't complain, they're going to get a much lesser plan than if they were actually open and upfront, which culturally is very difficult for some of them to do.
And can I ask you, given these concerns with the bill in its current form, do you believe that it should pass?
We believe that further consultation and work is required, and we have significant concerns about the ability to do the work that's needed in the timeframes that are set out.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all from me, Chair.